السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة. حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح. الله أكبر الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله.
الحمد لله الواحد القهار العزيز الغفار المكور الليل على النهار وهو الرحمن على العرش استوى الذي خلق الموت والحياة ليبلوكم أيكم أحسن عملا لا إله إلا هو ربكم ورب آبائكم الأولين رب السماوات والأرض ورب العرش العظيم. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله وحبيبه وخليله الهادي إلى صراط مستقيم. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد نبيك ورسولك النبي الأمي وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن تبعه بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. أما بعد، فيا عباد الله، أوصيكم ونفسي بتقوى الله فقد فاز المتقون. فقال الله تعالى في كتابه الكريم بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم: يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. وقال أيضا: فاتقوا الله ما استطعتم. وقال أيضا: إن أكرمكم إن الله يتقاكم. وقال أيضا: ومن يتق الله يجعل له مخرجا ويرزقه من حيث لا يحتسب. وقال أيضا: ومن يتق الله يجعل له من أمره يسرا. وقال أيضا: فاتقوا الله لعلكم تشكرون. Dear respected brothers, all praise to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Peace and blessing upon our messenger beloved Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. There is a hadith Hassan, narrated by Al-Bar and author Abu Nu'aym fil Al-Hilya. This is from Abu Hurairah and the other riwayah from Anas bin Malik radhiyallahu anhuma. That Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam called salasun munjiyatun wa salasun muhlikatun wa salasun darajatun wa salasun kaffaratun. So there are three things that can save you from the azab from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But there are also three things that can destroy you. There are three things that can increase your darajah, your position in the hereafter. And there are three things that can be forgiveness from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for your sins. So what are they? Rasulullah said the three things, the salasun munjiyatun, the three things that save you. The first is al-khashyatullah fi sirri wa alaniya. So the fear to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in secretly and publicly as well. So if fear to Allah is taqwa, it means have taqwa to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in secretly when nobody sees you, and also in publicly when you are among the people. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Inna alladhina yakhshawna rabbahum bil ghaybi lahum maghfiratu wa ajrun kabir. Indeed, that those who fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that the unseen, for them, that the forgiveness from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then the big reward. Al-ghayb, one ulama said that it means Allah the unseen. Fear to Allah the unseen. But the other opinion that fear to Allah when you are unseen. When you are ghayb, when you are unseen from other people, when nobody knows you, when nobody sees you, when your wife doesn't see you, when your friend doesn't know you where you are, but you are still fear to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and you still have taqwa to Allah. And this fear can protect you from doing the sins, doing this obedience to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And also that is mentioned in the kitab Latief al-Ma'arif, compiled by Ibn Hajar al-Hambali, rahimahullah, that when Umar ibn Aziz radiallahu anhu passed away, his wife was asked, what is the best amal of the Umar ibn Aziz radiallahu anhu? So his wife said that I didn't see the person who feared to Allah the most in that zaman, in that time, except Umar ibn Aziz radiallahu anhu. So he is the most feared to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala at that time. So when he was in bed, he was crying, fear to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that his wife thinks maybe tomorrow there will be no Khalifa again. Because he's crying, his fear to Allah very much. So this is the fear to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can protect us to make sins. When fear to Allah most, it can be a protection for us. It can prevent us to do the maksiyah, in secretly and in publicly as well. So first is khashyatullah ala sirri wal alaniya. The second is al-qasdu fil faqri wal ghina. So moderation in your life, moderation when you're poor or when you are rich, the moderation in your life, do not overspend. Do not become a mubazir. Indeed, Allah said that, وَلَا تُبَزِّرْ تَبْذِيرًا إِنَّ الْمُبَذِّرِينَ كَانُوا إِخْوَانَ الشَّيَاطِينَ. And Ibn Jawzi in his Tafsir Zadul Masir said, Mubazir in this word has two meanings. The first is nafqah li ghayri ta'atillah. So you spend the money in maksiyah to Allah, you spend the money not obeying Allah, it is mubazir. Even $1 single, even $1 single you use to casino, that's mubazir. So everything that's spent in maksiyah, even only $1 single, even 10 cents, this is called mentioned mubazir. On the opposite, on the other hand, that spending much because of ta'atillah, due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for the jihad, for da'wah, is not mentioned as mubazir. The meaning also the same when Abu Bakr as-Siddiq like infaq and spend all his wealth to the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the jihad at that time, is not called mubazir. When the people of Medina throw away all the alcohol, all the bottles, and the Medina at that time like a river of alcohol, it's not mubazir. One time, one my friend said, like he was given a bottle of wine, and then said, if I throw away, it's mubazir, I said, I want to give to someone. I said, that's mubazir. This is masiyah, just throw away. That's mubazir, like, in the tafsir, like the town is like a river of alcohol because everyone throw away the alcohol when the alcohol is forbidden, finally. So, and then the second meaning of mubazir is you overspend. Al-israf lil mal. Al-israf, like this overspending in mubah, in mubah. it's also like mubazir. You spend the money for food, a lot of food, but actually, you cannot eat all of them. And then, the food, the waste in the fridge, and nobody eats, and then you throw away. That's mubazir. When you spend a lot of money just only for collection, and then, just only collection, so you make you happy, you can see your collection every day. It's mubah, but it's will be mubazir. So, moderate in life. Do not offer to something that you don't need. So take what you need for this dunya and for your sake in the hereafter. And the third thing is al-adlu fil ghadab wa fil ridha. So you have just when you are pleased, when you are happy, when you like someone and you like something, and then you are also fair when you are angry, when you don't like something. Sometimes like when we like people, and then we can do just, we are fair to the people. But when we don't like other people, we don't like a community, one community, or we don't like one organization, we tend to abuse them. We don't say any just to them. But we don't know, like maybe that organization have also some good action, good deeds. But maybe our heart feel full of hatred, full of anger. So we don't like do a just. So do just, do a fair. Though when you are angry or you are happy. Normally when we are angry, we tend to not to do just. When we are angry, that's why in the terms of when people get divorced, well, why the word of taqwa, those taqwa is mentioned in Surah At-Talaq. Because when people get divorced, it's a hard thing for their life. And then, but they still need to comply to all the rules. They need to have taqwa in every situation. When you are happiness, even when you have divorce, when you have something situation that very hard, it's hard in your life. You still need to comply the rules of Allah Subhanahu wa Taala. You still need to have taqwa. So it's hard. So that's why Allah said, "The woman yattaqillah yaj'al lahu makhraja." Allah will give you the makhraja, the solution, if you make a taqwa to Allah Subhanahu wa Taala. So even people when divorced, they tend to get angry, and then sometimes they don't do just. They abuse their partners. They abuse their partners. They abuse their children. So to have just either when you are angry or when you are happy is something that can save you from the azab of Allah Subhanahu wa Taala. And salasatun muhlikatun, three things that can destroy you. The first thing, shuhun shadidun or shuhun muta'un, that the extreme stinginess, or the stingy that is followed. So everyone can have the sifa of the stingy in our life, but we shouldn't follow this thing because the stingy leads to the destruction. Bakhilun shadidun leads to the destruction. So people tend to have stingy because maybe they're scared to become poor. They're afraid to give donation because they're afraid to become poor, or they want to reach, they want to collect all the wealth for themselves. So stinginess will just lead to destruction. On the other hand, the generous will give you the rahmat from Allah Subhanahu wa Taala. And the second is hawan muttaba, the nafs, the hawa nafs that is followed. So everyone has hawa nafs, but how we can hold off our hawa nafs? And like Allah Subhanahu wa Taala said, وَنَهَى النَّفْسَ عَنِ الْهَوَى وَنَهَى النَّفْسَ عَنِ الْهَوَى. So, especially living in this country, like love that, like the hawa will lead us to the masiyah. Most of the hawa lead us to masiyah, and also the hawa lead us to laziness, to do the ta'at to Allah Subhanahu wa Taala. Time to pray, or still do the play, the play games and watching and other things, and then the work will pass, and then they lost the time to pray. That's hawa nafs. In the Fajr, In Fajr, when you wake up, you need to wake up to Salatul Fajr, and then the Hawa say, oh, come on to sleep. And the shaitan Allah whispers in your ears to sleep, sleep, sleep. But we need to not to follow the Hawa. We need to not to follow the Hawa if you want to be a success. So, and then like the Salasun Darajatun. The third thing, the Salasun Muhlikatun, the third thing is the Al-Ijab. Al-Ijabul Mar'i ala nafsi. So the excessive pride of a person of himself. The ujub. The ujub can lead to destruction because the ujub can lead to the kibr. Al-kibr. The kibr, like you feel like proud of yourself, and then you see like you are the most correct. I'm the most correct, the other people wrong. You are the most like the best, like the shaitan said, like Iblis said, "Ana khairu minhu, khalaqtani min nari wa khalaqtahu min tin." Well, I'm from the blood, blue blood, you know, the kingdom's blood or something like that. I'm from the rich people. I'm from the government official family, something like that. So an ujub in yourself will lead to distraction. Salasatun darajatun, three things that increase your daraja. The first, ifsha'us salam. Ifsha'us salam, afshus salam, to spread the salam. And then the second is it'amu ta'am, to feed people, to feed others. The third is wassalatu bil naili wan nasu niyam. So pray in the night time when people sleep. After salam, spread the salam to those you know and those you don't know. How about make salam to non-Muslim? Are we allowed to make salam to non-Muslims? So there are two opinions in this one. The first is you're not allowed to make salam to non-Muslims. You can say good morning, you can say good afternoon, it doesn't matter. But when you say assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, it's not allowed to the Muslim. So if there is a public figure, in front of the people that mix religions, for example, so if you make salam, you just make intention that your salam is like sent to the Muslims only. So make intention that your salam is sent to the Muslim only. And the other opinion, they say that it's okay unless it's only assalamu alaikum. If only assalamu alaikum is allowed, but if assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah is not allowed. The same when people non-Muslim, sometimes people non-Muslim say assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah because they want to make us happy, something like that, Like for example, maybe city of council, like a lot of Muslim community, and then they say assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. What we answer? Normally we answer wa alaikum. Wa alaikum. So so to feed others. To feed others, lidhaifi wal ja'i, to those who hungry, and also those to the visitors, the guests to your house, because who believe to the Allah and Yawm al-Akhir, for yukrim dhaifa. And then how about to feed other people that are non-believers? We have like some community in the city that they feed to other people that are non-believers. Is it allowed? Yes, is it allowed? To feed others, to the people, to hungry people, even the Muslim or not Muslim. Because to feed people is the like a sadaqah. And ulama said the sadaqah, the sunnah, is still allowed to give to non-believers. But sadaqah wajib, like zakat wajib, is not allowed to give to non-believers. So you can still do the feed the poor, and then or to give your neighbor, even the neighbor is not Muslims. So how do we see the non-Muslims? It's not all the same. Some non-Muslims that they killed Muslims, they attack Muslims, they kick out Muslims from the country. That is problems. But the other non-Muslim who's kind to us, they let us live here. They let us to get a job here in their line. They even give you protection here. So it is okay for us to give also back the kindness to them. It's not forbidden, as Allah's mother said in the Quran. As long as it's only mu'amala, it's only for social basis relationship, not in religion. And also they are kind to us, they do not attack us or they do not kill us. And then wassalatu bil laili wan nasuniyah. So those three things for the darajat. Aqulu qawli hada wa astaghfirullah li wa lakum فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين وبه نستعين على أمور الدنيا والدين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا ونبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد. وقال الله تعالى في القرآن الكريم فاتقوا الله لعلكم تشكرون. المتقي وقال البيهقي رضي الله عنه المتقي في هذه الآية هو الشاكر. فهذه الآية تدل على أن المتقي هو الشاكر، ومن لم يكن متقيا لم يكن شاكرا. So Allah SWT said, Fattakullah, be fear to Allah, taqwa to Allah, la'allakum tashkurun, so you can be a grateful, so you can be a shukr to Allah SWT. Imam Bayhaqi radiallahu anh said that the al-muttaqi on this ayah is a shakir. وَمَنْ لَمْ يَكُنْ مُتَّقِيًا, whoever those who cannot be muttaqiyan, who cannot be taqwa, those cannot be a grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, i'malu ala Dawuda shukra. So, i'mal, so do actions, do ibadah, do action, ala Dawuda, or family of the Dawud, as a shukr to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So if you want to make shukr to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah has given us life here, Allah has given us place in here, Allah has given us eyes and everything in families. We must make taqwa to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, add the shukr to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Inna Allah wa malaikatahu yusalluna ala nabi ya ayyuhallazina amanu sallu alayhi wa sallimu taslima. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim wa barik ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم اغفر للمسلمين والمسلمات والمؤمنين والمؤمنات الأحياء منهم والأموات إنك سميع قريب مجيب الدعوات يا قاضي الحاجات. اللهم أصلح لنا ديننا الذي هو عصمة أمرنا، وأصلح لنا دنيانا التي فيها معاشنا، وأصلح لنا آخرتنا التي إليها معادنا، واجعل الحياة زيادة لنا في كل خير، واجعل الموت راحة لنا من كل شر برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. وأقم الصلاة.
الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن